Before this episode came out, a lot of people were saying it was the best episode of the season, and one of the best episodes of the series. So, I was immediately excited. But was this true?
My answer, yes, totally. This episode is amazing. I think a couple episodes beat it out from this season, but just barely. This episode didn't have to have a challenge or an elimination to still be good. Every single character has something to do in this episode. This also just proves how amazing of a cast they have this season. Like, my least favorite character from a cast of 18 is a B+ character. If this doesn't say you wrote a good cast, I don't know what else does. Now, to start off with some positives, this is easily Emily's best episode. For someone who didn't really like how Emily was written at the end of All Stars, I was kind of worried to see her in this episode. But honestly, she was great, a top 3 character of the episode. She starts off not wanting to be on Rescue Island and is angry about the fact that her boat broke down and she has to spend the night. She doesn't try to talk to other campers, she just wants to leave. However, this all changes when Amelie and Tristan are stuck in the bottom of a boat during a thunderstorm with her. If you watched my previous video, you could tell that the dynamic of Amelie and Emily is one of my favorites. They work off each other so well. This is most likely because they're the same but different at the same time. Amelie was willing to work on herself and improve her personality. Emily, however, decided to sulk instead of change herself. This just makes the dynamic of Amelie and Emily phenomenal. The last scene between the two of them was terrific, boosting the both of them way higher on my list. Definitely 2 A-tier characters. And even though the dynamic didn't have enough time to shine, I really liked Emily and Ivy's. Maybe it was short, but still pretty good. Since I'm saving my favorite characters for the last end of the video, we're gonna go to Diego and Ivy. And what do you know? These two are written really good as well. Ivy is one of my favorite characters in the entire season, and I'm really sad she doesn't get to do too much in this episode. The reason I'm bringing her up with Diego, however, is because of that scene during the storm. Now, even though this scene doesn't really steal the show, I still think it's a pretty good one. I might not be the biggest fan of the Diego and Spencer plot, but I still really like Diego as a character, whenever he's not around Spencer. Diego is just like a bright light, and I really enjoyed him in this episode. His voice actor is definitely one of my favorites of the season. He does a great job with Diego's character, making every scene sound great. I don't actually have much to say about Diego in this episode, except I think it's one of his best, if not his best. Now, one of my favorite characters in this episode was Tristan. Tristan was amazing in this one and made me realize how much I missed their jokes. Tristan is funny, entertaining, and just a joy of a character. And even though they're a support character in the episode, Tristan is still great. I know I keep bringing this scene up, but the boat scene is just so good. Not only does it improve Amelie and Emily, but Tristan as well. It's sort of like the scene in episode 7, Taking the Line, but just developed further, making the scene even better. And I'm gonna be honest though, Tristan, not counting Benji, might be the funniest character in the season. These jokes are just too good. But now let's move into Marissa and Linda, 2 of my favorites in the episode. This might be an unpopular opinion, but Linda is one of my favorite characters. Now, okay, this doesn't mean I'm immediately hating on Anastasia. She's literally my 4th favorite character. But I do really like their rivalry, and I love how Linda is still salty about it even after the game. You can understand why Linda is mad at everybody, and she ignores Marissa. She got voted out, and unlike any other character who got eliminated, Linda got a chance to return. One more opportunity, and she lost. Out of any of the eliminated characters, Linda has the most right to be mad, and this is why she works off Marissa so well. And oh, Marissa? She's great too. She's kind of like Tristan in the sense where she's more of a support character in this episode, but I don't mind this at all because it means she gets more screen time. And speaking of screen time, I love the scene where Marissa talks about her family to Linda. It works really well and added another layer to Marissa and Linda's characters. Enough to say about that. They're honestly a top 10 dynamic of the season. Great work, God Nations. But now we're moving into my 2 absolute favorites of the episode, Ted Gordon and Alysio Costello. From the get-go, I knew Ted would be amazing. And he was, but Alysio was phenomenal as well. These 2 have such a great dynamic, definitely a top 5 of the season. Ted is a gambler, and people judge him for that title. And Alysio is an artist and a musician. Can you tell what the dynamic is? Yep, it works great. It develops upon the 2 characters that needed development. After Ted was eliminated, I felt that they didn't close his storyline the right way, and more needed to be done with him. Honestly, if it weren't for Ted, this probably wouldn't be in my top 2 of the season. That's how good of a character he is. And when you combine him with Alysio, it's pretty much a perfect episode. The scene when the two of them fall into the hole is the best scene of the episode. You feel for both of the characters, even though they come from different backgrounds. Pretty much a perfect scene. It's just such a smart dynamic, where the two of them don't outright hate each other, but they don't like each other either. It makes them just so interesting compared to any other dynamics we've seen on this show. Now that I think about it, this probably is my favorite episode of the season. Oh, and Alysio's song? It's amazing. From what I've heard, I'm not 100% sure, so don't cite me on this, but I'm pretty sure this is a song from where Alysio comes from. And I think it's pretty safely close to being the best song of the season. His voice actor can sing. Finally, to wrap it up, overall, pretty much a 10 out of 10 episode. And here's the ranking of the ones that have come out so far. 8, 5, 2, 7, 9, 1, 4, 11, 3, 10, 12, 6, and 13. Great episode. What more can I say?